To our amazing viewers at Cheating Tales Lab, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Now, let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Visitation, 0.22 to 40. The digital clock glowed 2:17 a.m. when small hands shook David awake. 8-year-old Jeremy stood by the bed, pale in his twisted Star Wars pajamas. "Daddy, someone is in my room," he whispered. David's military instincts snapped into place. 2 tours in Afghanistan had trained him well. He reached for the Glock 19, checked the chamber, and moved down the hallway with Jeremy clutching his shirt. The boy's door was ajar. Moonlight striped the carpet. "Prison bars? See, buddy?" "Just a nightmare," David said, until tap, tap, tap sounded from the closet. He swung the door open. Lucille, his wife, dead 3 years, sitting between hanging clothes in the blue dress from their last anniversary. Hair perfect, makeup flawless. "Hello, David," she purred. "Miss me?" David kept the gun steady. "You're dead. I buried you. Did you?" Her smile cut like a blade. "Or did you bury what they wanted you to bury?" She unfolded from the closet, Predator smooth, and laid it out. The crash was staged. The burnt body was a homeless woman, Missy Holland. Dental records were swapped by Lucille's brother, Dr. Abraham Mills. The closed casket? For David's comfort. Why? Because David had discovered her affair and threatened custody. "You'd have taken Jeremy," she hissed. "I'd have lost him. So I created a better solution." She'd been living 2 streets over in the Howell house, using a hidden panel from its basement into Jeremy's closet to watch her son sleep, waiting for the right time to reclaim him. "Sign over custody," she said, stepping back into the dark. "You have 24 hours. Call the police and I'll say you're hallucinating. Who will they believe, a dead woman or a broken veteran?" Click silence. David stared at the closet door. The war for his son had just begun. Chapter 2. Ghosts of the Past, 2:40-4:30. By dawn, David had pulled footage from his home security system. The hidden panel, Lucille slipping in and out. Months of visits. Years, maybe. He woke his best friend and business partner, ex-Marine Lance Chung. They ran Sterling Security together. Lance watched the footage and swore softly. They dug. Abraham's finances surged after the accident. Lucille's friend Chelsea Black showed unexplained cash. The Howell house was rented under Lucy Hayes. This wasn't grief. It wasn't shock. It was strategy. And David Stevenson was done grieving. Chapter 3. The Network Unravels, 4:36-10. That night, David watched the Howell property through thermal optics. Lucille paced, made calls, panicked. Lance hand-delivered anonymous evidence packets to Chelsea and Abraham. Photos, bank trails, x-rays, enough to splinter trust. The calls exploded. Then a 4th man appeared. Kurt Larson, payday loan king with ties to organized crime. Now the network had a face and a financier. At dawn, Seattle PD, nudged by anonymous tips, raided Larson's businesses. He was cuffed. Lucille's funding evaporated. Her network cracked. Chapter 4. The Dentist's Dilemma, 6-10-7:40. Dr. Abraham Mills arrived at his office to find computers wiped, records scattered, and a manila envelope waiting. Inside, photos of his Howell visits, money trails, Missy's real x-rays, and a note. AM meeting, parking garage. Come alone. David greeted him from a running sedan, no longer the shattered widower. Calm, lethal. He showed Abraham who Missy was before she died. And what Lucille had done to her. Abraham broke. He hadn't been evil. He'd been manipulated. And now he would help dismantle the monster he'd enabled. He called Lucille on speaker, shaky, panicked. "Someone stole the records." "What do I do?" "Meet me at the Howell house, tonight, 9, Chapter 5, The Reckoning, 7:40-8:40. Lance killed the censors. David took Overwatch next door. Abraham played the part. At 9:23 p.m., Lucille led Abraham toward the basement, toward the tunnel to Jeremy's closet, straight into an ambush. "Hello, Lucy," David said. "Time to join Missy Holland." The mask dropped. "You can't prove anything." "Missy was nothing. I did it to protect my son from you." "No," David said. "You forfeited motherhood when you chose murder." What happened next stayed between David, Lance, and Abraham. By morning, Lucille Hayden Stevenson was gone, and her network was dust. Chapter 6. Cleaning House, 8:40–9:40. Chelsea tried to flee with cash. Lance persuaded her to disappear quietly. Larson sat in federal lockup. Abraham vanished to Portland with a new name and a clinic job, exiled but alive. The Howell House sold to developers. Demolition scheduled, the tunnel sealed with concrete. At home, Jeremy built Lego ships and slept through the night. Peace took root. Chapter 7. The FBI Knocks, 9:40–11 Croyers. Months later, Agent Taylor Bishop arrived. Financial crimes, identity theft, Larson, Chelsea, Abraham. All lines pointed back to Lucille. They found Missy's body in the Howell basement. Abraham cracked under interrogation and confessed to the fake death scheme. The Bureau believed Lucille had fled into an international criminal network. David and Lance guided the investigation, feeding truth without exposing the basement reckoning. Result, the FBI closed active search, classifying Lucille as a fugitive protected by transnational criminals. Domestic threat neutralized, Interpol notified, Jeremy kept his counseling. His takeaway was simple. Mom made mistakes. She's not coming back. Dad keeps me safe. Epilogue. New foundations. 11 out 12 gout soccer games. Camping trips, homework, ice cream with Uncle Lance. Abraham serves quietly in Portland, making amends. Chelsea starts over somewhere hot and far away. David tucks Jeremy in, looks at a room with no shadows, and sleeps, really sleeps, for the first time in 3 years. Some fathers provide with paychecks. David Stevenson provided safety. He carried the heaviest truths so his son never had to. The war is over. The boy is free. That's the only victory that matters. Outro, 12/12/20. Thanks for watching. Tell us where you're tuning in from and what moment hit you hardest. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe, like, and share. Another tale is waiting. Tap the video on your screen and I'll see you there.